welcome back to Upper Michigan Today, everybody. We are shifting gears from our concert now, talking about the Hope Animal Assisted Crisis Response. We are here with Keena Jones and the lovely Madison. I mean,
she's brightening our lives today.
Dogs and music on a Monday. I don't know if you noticed, but I purposely dressed like a golden doodle today because I knew we'd have pups on the show. And
I didn't notice.
And I thought it would be fun. So thanks a lot for joining us this morning, brightening our morning with the pup. So can you tell us a bit about the Hope Assisted Crisis Response?
Okay.
What does the organization do?
We are a national nonprofit organization. In fact, we're international because we are into Canada. It's got 7 regions. I am in the Midwest region, which includes Ontario, Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Ohio, Iowa, Indiana, Illinois.
Wow.
So I have teams in that area. I'm the regional manager for that area.
Okay.
We deploy our teams when requested, whether it's through a school, FEMA, Red Cross, local law enforcement, when there's a disaster or crisis, and let the dogs work their magic.
So give us an example of something Madison has responded to, or some of the animals, what they would go to.
Okay, I just had 2 teams come back from California.
Okay.
And while they were out there, they were out there for a week. They spent 5 days on deployment. You can do 3 days in a row, have to take a break, and then they went back for 2 days. The first 3 days they spent at a resource center for victims, where they have all sorts of organizations in providing them with clothing, insurance, any type of information you think somebody might need that has lost their home or whatever. And then on the last day there, they went to the EPA center. They had 2 of them, and they provide comfort to the people working in those areas, which is needed.
Yeah.
So the dogs can do a lot of different things. When they go to a disaster, they might go to a Red Cross shelter, a resource center, they might go to a call center, they might go to a camp where the firefighters are maybe at their break time.
Sure.
So they wear a lot of different hats, and the dogs are the ones that bring the comfort to the people.
It's amazing.
And the other, we also get used by the schools a lot when
Okay.
the unexpected death of a student or a teacher. I have teams going to Indiana on Wednesday for that situation that happened down in Lake Station.
So how did you get involved in all of this?
Well, I had therapy dogs. They have to be a therapy dog prior to becoming a crisis response dog. And the regional manager before me did a presentation with our therapy group, which is Superior Land Pet Partners, and I know you're familiar with them. And I said, oh, that's what I want to do. And at that time, I had 2 Great Danes that were therapy dogs, Zoe and Bella. And I went through the screening with Bella, and we went out to Pennsylvania for the screening. Then we passed the screening, we went to the workshop, which was held in Virginia. And at that time, Michigan was part of the Eastern region. But because of a grant from the Superior Health Foundation, we formed the Midwest region. So I was one of the first teams to take advantage of that grant money. They paid for my workshop.
How did you know that Madison was a right fit for this program?
Well, I can go back to Zoe and Bella. Bella was just a wonderful, they're both wonderful therapy dogs. Zoe would never be a crisis dog. She didn't have the temperament. She wasn't calm. She didn't, she could get reactive around other dogs, whereas like Madison and Bella, another dog could walk by, they might look interested, but they don't do the lunging, barking, growling, snarling. I don't have to forcibly pull them back. She loves people. You just know.
She seems so sweet. I just am really fighting the urge to get off my chair and
Well, I think we can definitely do that. I think we can snuggle her. I think that's okay. But you know, it sounds like you, it's such a large coverage area, and we'll show you a map in a little bit, but what are the obstacles in the way that you coordinate those efforts? I mean, it just seems, geographically, it seems challenging.
When I got the call to go to Indiana for this situation down there in the school, some students were passed away, and I get a call from, they call into our hotline, or if they know somebody personally in Hope, they say, hey, we need teams. They get a hold of the regional manager, which is me. I send out what's called as an action item deployment. I list the specifics, the days we're needed there. Can you deploy? Respond to me if you can. Once I get the teams or team leader. I forgot to tell you, you can join Hope without a dog. You can be a team leader.
Okay.
And they're like the point of contact. They take care of all the needs for you and your team once you get on site. So I put out an action item and asked for people to deploy. Now, I don't have any teams in Indiana right now, so I asked the Southeast region, because I know they have teams in Kentucky, and see if they could respond.
And so they were able to,
Yep.
to commit to that. All right, well, let's take a break. And when we come back, I want to talk a little bit more about the work that you do with Madison and how you continue her training and what some of the other dogs go through, as well as let you know how you can be a part of this organization. And we'll look at that map and all of that as well. We'll be right back.